Hey everybody, it's Lisa Asbell, and I am super excited to share something with you all today. And I will tell you, I have been, welcome to a random Lisa lesson, and this one's on fire because it's 2024, and 2024 is fire. 2024 is the year that you get what you want. And I'm going to say it again in 2025, and I'm going to say it again in 2026 because you have to get up every day and find that fire within you to get it done. And today I want to talk about something. I want to talk about sticking and staying and celebrating. And this is a different kind of Lisa lesson, but I think you're going to enjoy it. Okay, I enjoyed the putting it together. So today I've been using the analogy of sticking like glue, and I've been using that a lot lately. And I don't really know where it comes from, but as I practice in what I preach, I have an idea journal, more than one, and I will write down these thoughts, that will stay, like I said, for the year of 2024. There's going to be some focus on breath work. I think that it's important to pause and to really get into deeper into the breath work. Okay. I also said we were going to focus on our strengths more. Okay. So some of this may have been said on the Well Live calls, and those of you guys who are members of the library, but not the Well Live calls, you might not have heard those things, okay, and that's okay. But that we go deeper into all this stuff on those live calls. That's why they're so awesome, okay, and we get to the healing more than the health. And I think that when people ask me, "What are you?" What kind of coach are you? I am a change coach. Okay, I am a change coach. I want to help people change whatever they don't like about themselves. I like trying to change whatever I don't like about myself. So weight loss was the door. It was the gateway. But before weight loss, I worked with starving salespeople who didn't know how to sell. So I taught them how to do that, and I developed a course to do that. Okay. Before that, I taught doctors who didn't understand OSHA and HIPAA how to actually make it very practical in their offices where they didn't get sued, okay, by their employees or, by HIPAA from not, following the guidelines, okay. But I was still understanding information, putting it out there, and teaching people. So I've been doing that for decades. I've been doing it in business. I've been doing it as a nurse, as a mentor, as a coach. But honestly, all of it comes down to people wanted to change. Okay. People really had a desire to change and they did not know how to change. And I could go deep into every area of how to change. Okay. And we'll get into that another time. Okay. But today I want to talk about, and I'm using the analogy of glue, right? How that for me, exercise was the glue that has helped hold me together. Now, I could say the well community, I could say God, right? I could say 1,000 things, but I'm talking about our healthy journey. For me, in the daily habits, so we're talking about a healthy journey, daily habits. If you have your idea journal, you can take notes on this one because it's going to be good, okay? Healthy habits in our daily living. So basically, we study it, we learn it, then we live it out. Okay. We all know in tune eating works. We all know we feel better if we eat when we're hungry, stop before we're too full. We all know those are all things that we've all learned. If you're new here, the library's full of that. And that's kind of what we call the well lifestyle. It's, we just try to wait when eat for hunger. We try to not live on a diet. We're committed to learning how to have a happy, healthy life. And that is a journey. Some people end up being vegan and giving up meat. Some people may totally cut out sugar. Some people will do keto the rest of their life. Some people are going to stay on Weight Watchers or whatever. Okay. And that's their journey. You do whatever you want. But no matter what you do, even if you stay here, in your healthy living, even if you weren't here, okay, you need some glue that holds you together. So that led me to study kind of like, I won't say not the attributes really, but the qualities of glue. And I think you guys are going to like it. So this random Lisa lesson is called Sticking and Staying and Celebrating. And the analogy is glue because glue works to hold stuff together. Okay, that's how glue works. I mean, at the very molecular level, it forms a bond. Okay, it forms a bond, a strong connection. And it's the same in our wellness journey. We need to find some things we can have a bond with, a strong connection. It's, yes, it's people, it's all of us. Love you all. But I'm talking about now habits, healthy habits. Going back to that, the healthy habits of sticking of glue. Okay, so at the molecular level of glue, it forms a bond between surfaces. Okay, strong connection. Same as the wellness journey. Your healthy habits, your choices, they act like bonds. Okay, so you're either creating a foundation of healthy habits or unhealthy habits, and there's a precision to glue and the molecular structure that it needs to go out a certain way or it ain't going to work. Glue is very precise. Okay, and overall, when you're trying to build something, we need some glue that holds it together. And for me, that glue is exercise and into kneading. That glue is exercise and into kneading. I don't know what yours are, and maybe you should think about what is the glue that holds you together. Let's talk about some more about glue. Glue is invisible. The consistency of glue is invisible. Think about that. Once it dries, you don't know it's there, right? Not think about Elmer's glue, or if you're a teacher, or, we do different. I just made a vision board, right? And when the glue comes out, it dries invisible. So it's there and it's consistent, even though you can't see it. Brain punch, mic drop. It's there, it's consistent, even though it's invisible, because you're just doing that thing over and over and over. The undertone being breath work this year, the undertone focusing on your strengths, the undertone of the slight edge, consistent, daily, repetitive behavior over and over and over again will radically change your life. So glue is precise. Couldn't work if it's not precise. It's not going to work. It's precise at forming a strong connection. That's number one. It's consistent, even though it's invisible. It's there. Here's a good one right here. I love number three. Is resilient. Glue, even when it dries, it kind of has like this flexibility to it, almost like a hard kind of gel, doesn't it? But it's still flexible. Glue is flexible. And that's real important here. I remember when I started in healthcare IT all those years ago, one of the things that, this is, 15 years ago, they said to me is, as our company, one of the core commitments is agility. You need to be very agile, meaning, one day you're demoing software. The next day you are greeting people as they come into a big event fair. The next day you are down the hall working with nurses hand in hand, trying to help them navigate the software and the changes and what it looks different from their old software system you're teaching, right? And then the next day, maybe you're the person that has to help bring in the equipment because the tech guys need some extra help. You need to be agile. We all know technology don't work. You stand up there presenting in front of hundreds of doctors at Johns Hopkins or at Cedars or at some of these, oh my gosh, some of these big, huge facilities and all these very smart doctors, and you're the one up presenting, and then all of a sudden the battery on your mouse dies, or the internet goes out, or some problem with the PowerPoint or the projector. You got to be flexible, right? You got to be flexible. Glue is flexible, even though it's resilient. Ah, so good, so good, so good, so good. And then here's another thing about glue. I think this is really, really good too. Glue and the way that it works to its maximum potential. I don't really curse very often, but needs a punch, to say you can't half-ass it. My word for the year was focus on not snacking. Because over the years, I just tend to snack more than I want to snack, and I really don't care for it. I really like my twice a day into eating, let myself get hungry, have my water, have my walks, don't really worry about food, get my protein, get a bunch of veggies in me, have a little snack or a little, dessert, little fruit, whatever. That's the way I like to live. Okay. I don't like too many cocktails. I don't like too many, situations where I'm around food all the time and all that. I don't like that anymore. Okay. And for me, I know for me to live to my full potential, okay, there are things I just am not going to bond with, okay? So there's things I'm just not going to do. So glue has a cool mindset. That's number 4. So first, it's the precision of it, and it creates a strong bond. Second, it's the consistency. It's consistent, even though it's invisible. You don't always see it. When I talked about that, a lot of times we have people they're invisible. You don't know how they're there. I don't even know they're there sometimes, and they lose 50, 60, 80 pounds, and they tell me, and I'm like, what? You're there? You've been here this whole time? They're invisible, but they're consistent, okay? Some of us are not invisible and we're not as consistent, okay? Me. I have also said many times that whenever I do, whatever training I do, whether it's a post on the Facebook page, whether it's an email that you get, whether it is a Lisa lesson, it's a Well Live call, I'm always talking about me. Somebody said to me one time, I felt like you were talking about me. I go, no, I was talking about me. Now, if it applies to you, then okay, but I was talking about me. So let me get back over them again. I lost my train of thought. So the analogy of glue and healthy living, how I'm putting it together, is it's very precise, and we all know this is precise. If you don't measure your calories and you think you're eating 1,500 and you're eating 2,000, you're not going to lose weight. Okay, it's precise, but we also need to find something we can have a strong bond to. I can't have a strong bond to the food, to the points, and to measuring it all out, and to meal prep, and to making sure it's all perfect. And I can't have a strong bond to that. Not today. My bond really is to my exercise and my movement and my waiting for hunger. Okay. The second again is the consistency, even though it's invisible. Third is it's resilient, even though it's flexible. Ain't that great? That you can be flexible, go with the flow. The husband wants to go out to eat last minute. I try to ask Wayne if it's a Saturday night we're going out. I know I'm eating very light on Saturday. Okay, that's it. I might have some protein shake in the morning, maybe some berries, a handful of nuts, maybe a salad, to help keep me full. But I know I'm not eating very much because I want to enjoy that dinner we're going to that night. That's just the way. And if I get there hungry, I'll fill up faster. I'll really enjoy what I'm eating, and that's the way I work. So, resilience, even though it's flexible, that you got to be flexible sometimes. Okay, got to be flexible. Mindset, it's it lives to its potential. That's it. Mindset, it lives to its potential. It can be invisible, but it still lives to its potential. Ah, man. And not only that, it is it's a catalyst. You love that word? It's a catalyst for every other area of your life. Oh, yeah, baby. That glue may be on the wall to hang a hook, but after that, there's always going to be more on the hook. Maybe it's a bathrobe. Maybe it's a towel. Maybe it's a hanger where you're laying your outfit out for the night. I do that. I put it on hooks and just look at it during the night. Or if I'm planning my outfit, I'll put them on my wardrobe together and look at the colors and kind of get everything going at one time. It's really wonderful. Really wonderful. But the glue it lives to its potential, but it really impacts all those other areas of everything else. Without the glue, without the hook, you can't hang it up. And then the last part, number five is glue gets stronger over time. It gets stronger over time. You first put that glue down and then you try to pick that thing up right away, it's not going to work. Even super glue. I said God is my super glue, okay? I'm talking about healthy living, in general, and just a healthier, happier life as far as the glue. But the celebration, celebrating, we've talked about that a lot, how important it is. And even though I am the coach, I really, at the end of the day, I like helping people change. And I sometimes to forget to celebrate my own change. Can you believe that? I do. I don't sit around, and look in the mirror and go, way to go, Lisa, way to go, Lisa. That's not how I operate. I don't sit around and do that, but I need to, and you need to. And that's why I always try to remember to say, I celebrate you all. I celebrate you for being here for 4 years. I celebrate you for sticking and staying and celebrating. I celebrate you for supporting the work. I celebrate you for getting up at 6:30 when you live in California. AM. I celebrate you making the financial commitment. I celebrate you logging in, starting to Google your own words and learn and grow all on your own without me. I celebrate that. Glue, the glue of wellness, I guess, if you could say, wellness glue, healthy, happy glue works with precision, consistency, resilience, positive mindset, and celebration. That's it. I mean, that's the backbone of well lifestyle, isn't it? Right? And it's all about philosophy and change. And, you don't have to look at things the way you used to look at them. You can totally say, I'm not having that train of thought anymore. Oh, I always have to, have pasta when we go out. Oh, if I drink one glass of wine, I got to have three. Or, oh, if I eat one piece of bread, I'll be off the wagon. You get to choose the way that you think. And I can tell you, your behavior is right behind your thinking. Your behavior is right behind your thinking. I hope you've enjoyed this great Lisa lesson on sticking and staying and celebrating. And I applaud every single one of you for being here and sticking and staying and celebrating. And I'll see you on the next Random Lisa lesson.